Hey everybody, it's Jim. This is not the Friday video. This is the quarterly report. Sometimes we call it the State of the Union message. How are we doing at Goodwill? And we're going to give you a quick flyover over the next few minutes of how we're doing so far this year. We've completed 6 months in. We're now well into the month of July, and it looks like we're having a great year. A couple things to mention just before I get into the individual areas of Goodwill. We received an award recently from the Journal Record newspaper called the Beacon Award that is given to nonprofits that help other nonprofits. And because of the great work that we've done with so many nonprofits like Jesus House, Pivot, City Rescue Mission, we got an award. And in fact, we got a commendation from the governor, a citation, not like a traffic citation. This is a good citation. And he's telling us, great job, Goodwill. Thank you for what you do for the community. So we're really proud of that. This month, we started something that you're beginning to hear about called the Work-Life Partnership. And it is going to work hand in glove with our own Begin at Home program. Now, if you're asking yourself, what is Begin at Home? We want to really encourage you to check with somebody else in the organization, maybe somebody you report to or somebody in human resources, and find out about Begin at Home and work life. Because we're committed to an employee-centric organization here. We want to make sure people are not only happy when they're on the job, but that they have a good life outside of work. So if you have food scarcity problems, if you're having housing problems or childcare issues, really anything that is causing you stress and problems outside of work, we want to help. So contact Begin at Home, or you can contact directly Work-Life Partnership. There should be some information on bulletin boards in your work area, how these folks can help you. It's anonymous. Nobody at the corporate level will know that you're asking for help, but it can be a great assistance to you. And we've had a number of people already talk about how wonderful the people at Work-Life Partnership have been, and also how our own Begin at Home people have helped them in the past. So give that a try, ask about it, make sure that you're being taken care of outside of work as well as inside. All right, let me kind of run through a couple things about each of our areas. And you might be asking yourself, well, we're halfway through the year, Jim. How are we doing? We're doing great. We had 2 thumbs up in every area. I've got a few areas of concern I want to mention to you, but overall, we're all very pleased with how things are progressing in the year 2022. So let me give a shout out to contracts first. That area is just blowing up. We've got so many people that want to use our unarmed security services. We just can't keep up. We can hardly find enough people to fill those positions. So if you know someone who aspires to be a unarmed security specialist, maybe even you do, contact Tim McMullen or Chris Bachman or somebody in HR and tell them, I know somebody, or I want to refer somebody, or I'm interested in that. They also provide janitorial contract services, and both of those areas are doing very well. So shout out to everybody in that area. In fact, we had 2 employees that we honored this month for being with us for over 30 years. So terrific to have those kinds of long-term employees. Vivian and Mr. Lee, thank you so much for the work that you guys do. All right, how about workforce development? That's what we're here for, right? To help people overcome challenges to employment, and we're doing great work in that area as well. We've got partnerships with lots of organizations, both for-profit and nonprofit organizations, and we are just completing our 2nd youth employment preparation program. We had a great meeting with them today earlier. We're graduating them this Friday from the program, and we're trying to help these young people get that first foot on the ladder of success. So we're doing YEP, REP, which is the Reentry Employment Preparation Program for people coming out of prison, and VEP for veterans, the Veterans Employment Preparation Program. And all those programs are doing great. And we have, of course, our Goodwill Career Pathway Institute that is pushing out a lot of content and training all across our organization and other organizations as well. Two areas that don't get a lot of shout outs because they work behind the scenes, but finance and HR. I want to say a special thank you to the folks that work in our accounting and payroll area. Man, they process so much paperwork and money. They're working on making sure you and I have our paychecks. They're making sure our bills are paid on time. They're making sure that we're sending invoices to people that should be paying us. And on top of all that, they handle everything related to our United Way contributions and our Work the Runway that I'm going to talk about in just a little bit, our fundraiser. So shout out to Rick and his team. Thank you so much for the work you do. The other area that doesn't get a lot of press is human resources. And I know from working for years in the employment area how important it is to have a great, strong employment team helping with HR functions from recruiting and onboarding all the way through dealing with problems, making sure your payroll is processed, making sure that your healthcare benefits are taken care of. So shout out to Tracy and her team. Thank you so much for what you do. Retail, of course, is the biggest part of what we do. It has the most employees. And if I could give you 3 thumbs up in retail, I would. Great things are happening in retail. ShopGoodwill.com. That's another area that's blowing up. We're really pushing great products online, getting more than we could ever have received for them through the online store because people all across the country can see what we have to offer and bid up on those items. So retail, you're doing great. The stores are doing great. We're way ahead of budget. Got to keep pushing. Sometimes we have seasonal fluctuations, but donations coming in and revenue from retail coming in is going great guns. And we're looking at Ponca City. We're getting closer to signing agreements to have a store in Ponca City. I don't know if we'll have that open by the end of the year, but sometime either at the end of the year or just shortly after the end of the year, we'll be in Ponca City, way up north in Kay County. It's our effort to reach out. All right, so things are going great, but I've got a few things I want to mention to you that are areas of concern that we want to pay attention to. One is turnover. We have a pretty high turnover, particularly in the first 90 days of employment. So here's what I want to ask you to do. Help new people that are coming on board. People that are in their first 90 days, they're still trying to figure out, where's the bathroom and how do I make a photocopy and what's the right way to do my job. So help those people. If you're in your first 90 days, stick with us. We find that if somebody will stay 90 days with us, they'll stay longer term. And so before you walk out that door thinking, well, this isn't the job for me, or I don't know what I'm doing, ask for help. Raise your hand. We want to improve our turnover and make sure that we keep people as long as we can. As long as it's a good job for you, we want you to work here with us, and we'll help you and you can help us. An issue that's come up that I'm concerned about deals with the core value of integrity, and that's a number of different occasions recently we've had theft reported. And sometimes it's customers, but sometimes it's employees as well. And I want to really encourage you, be people of integrity. It's one of our core values. Don't take things that don't belong to you. Your mom and dad hopefully told you that. I'm telling you that. Be honest in all your dealings. And if you've got a problem, if you're, stealing stuff, you feel like you have to steal stuff because you don't have enough money for food, that's when you call Begin at Home or Work-Life Partnership. Let us know you're having a problem. So I really want us to address that and be people of integrity. I've also noticed a bit of an uptick in strain injuries, particularly in the warehouse and the stores. So make sure you're following proper protocol. Don't try to work too fast. If you need help lifting something, be sure to ask for that. And let's see if we can make sure that we keep everybody healthy and you don't have back pains and strains. Follow the protocol and the process of the training that you've been given. Our core values, I want to remind you, respect, integrity, commitment, and innovation, being creative. So the way to remember that, RICI, respect, integrity, commitment, and innovation, and we try to make sure that we live those values and we're teaching those values. And I'm coming around to some locations to teach about values, and other folks on our team are also making their way out to different locations. So listen with your ear and with your heart about being people that reflect those kind of values. Last thing, Work the Runway is coming up August the 19th, and that is our fashion show fundraiser that's unlike any kind of fashion show you've ever seen before. We're not a bunch of, nose in the air models going down some kind of high runway. No, it's an interactive, fun, exciting event, and it's designed to raise money to help folks who need training, folks in the Job Placement Center, and folks who operate the Mobile Job Connection Center and that we connect with in the community. So talk it up. If you have questions about Work the Runway, let us know. August 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Oklahoma History Center. We've got tickets available online. If you know companies that should be sponsoring it, send them to us. You can either mention it to them or let me know and I'll contact them. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to raise quite a bit of money from that event. And we'll have a boutique store there as well, so it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. We're grateful for all that you do. Whatever area of the organization you're in, you are contributing to the mission of helping people, all kinds of people, overcome challenges to employment. This isn't just a JOB, this is a mission, and you're part of it. Thanks a lot.